Austin Pets Alive have been reuniting their loved ones to their homes. Joining us live once again, Dr Ellen Jefferson, President and CEO, Austin Pets Alive. Sorry about that technical hiccup. But yes, some animals have been saved, which is the better news from this catastrophic event. How many animals have you saved so far?
We have pulled about 500 animals over to our facility in Austin, and then we have been working on the ground by reuniting people with their pets for, we don't have a count of all of them, but many, many, many more dozens that our volunteers and staff have been trying to support and help and find.
And it's been around 8 days now, so how have the animals been when you have seen them?
It's interesting that I think because of the efforts of the volunteers, our volunteers, but also so many groups that have been out there bringing food and fresh water, putting bowls of fresh water out. That's really important after a flood because the water is so contaminated. And they're not in that bad of shape. And so we've been able to, I think the biggest thing that they have is fear. They're just terrified. It's been a horrible, horrible event. Their families are gone in many cases. Their homes are gone. Everything around them is new. There's people walking through all the different parts of it, bulldozers starting up. And so I think they're just really terrified.
How far away have some of these pets been from their homes?
I think what I heard the other day was a dog that was found 12 miles from their home.
Wow.
So just swept down the river or ran that far. It's really hard to tell.
And how many rescuers have you got helping?
We put the call out, and we have such an amazing community here in Central Texas, and over 4,000 people signed up to help with either search and rescue or fostering an animal or helping with doing some of the connecting of lost and found pets, even veterinarians. We've had dozens of veterinarians sign up to help to provide medical services to people. It has just been astounding, and a line out our door every day to adopt the animals that are adoptable and are no longer needing to wait to see if their owner comes back. It's just been the most inspiring thing you could possibly imagine after something so horrible happens in our our region.
Yeah, and you mentioned before how distressed some of the animals would be, rightly so. What's the process? We're seeing on screen some of the cages there. How do you capture them in a safe way?
It's different for dogs and cats, and of course for wildlife and different types of animals, and we focus on dogs and cats. But for dogs, the dog that's pictured there, my understanding, I wasn't at that pickup, but my understanding is that he was very scared and barking and growling and not wanting anybody to come near him because he didn't know what was going on. But as soon as a leash got on him, he was very calm and very happy and very hungry and really wanting to be cared for. So dogs are a little bit different. And then the cats are really interesting because we've gone to a trailer park where we have been working with the owners to try to find all the cats that were displaced from their homes. Their trailers were completely smashed. People lost their lives in that trailer park. There was water that went all the way up to near the ceiling in those trailers, and many of the animals were trapped inside the trailers, of course, because that's where they live. And some were outdoor cats. And the fascinating thing about it is that nearly all of them are alive. And so it's just shocking to me that they have survived this ordeal. And when we went out there the first time, you couldn't really see too many cats. And then the next time you go out and you spend a little bit longer and just hang out, and then you start seeing a few pop up out of the bushes and come over and see. They're curious what you're doing. And then you go and spend a little bit more time, and all of a sudden all the cats are there. And so it's just been overwhelming for the owners and for the rescuers to be able to see that nearly 100% have lived through this. And so we're just desperately trying to get them into traps and back to their owners before the bulldozers take everything out.
Yeah, it's just, again, no words to describe what's been going through, the people's minds there, and of course the devastation and the losses of lives. Just give us an idea of some of the reaction of these owners when they do get their pets after, days of not having them.
I mean, you can probably imagine, but it is they're overcome with gratitude. They're overcome with love for their pets. And we had one woman who, she was sent some photos of her cat, and unfortunately, to identify animals and connect them back to their owners, many people are having to look through photos of deceased pets, and or at least the volunteers are pulling only the ones that match the description of their pet. And so she had previously identified her cat as deceased based on a photo. And then, interestingly enough, a live cat showed up in a trap right under where her trailer was supposed to be. So that was definitely her actual cat. And she was just overcome. She couldn't believe it. She was so happy. And she was telling us all about how he spends his evenings laying in her lap and puts his head on her hands while she's trying to do things, and just the sweetest story. Just so happy.
Wow, it's good to hear some stories in amongst what is going through Texas and just the absolutely devastating situation. Thank you so much, Dr. Ellen Jefferson. Really appreciate you joining us, and good luck for the rest of the search operation.
Thank you.
Thank you.